The man who wrote to the sea. Welcome to Deep Dive Diaries, where every story dives deep into the human heart, stories of loss, hope, and the incredible power of resilience. If you're new here, subscribe now, because the story you're about to hear might just change the way you see life. There was a small coastal village in Baluchistan, where the sea whispered secrets to the shore every night. At the edge of that village stood a lonely wooden hut, the kind time forgets but the wind remembers. In that hut lived Yusuf, a man in his early 50s, known among villagers as the letter writer. He was quiet, polite, and spent his days sitting by a small table near the window that faced the sea. But what puzzled everyone was this: Yusuf never received or sent mail, yet every morning, he would walk to the post office, hand the postmaster a sealed envelope, and then disappear along the coast. The envelopes had no names, no addresses, only the words to the sea. The children in the village used to giggle and call him the mad writer. But Yusuf never got angry. He would just smile faintly and say, "One day, the sea will answer." One evening, a young journalist named Samia arrived in the village. She was on a journey to find stories of forgotten people for her series Souls of Silence. When she heard about the man who wrote to the sea, her curiosity caught fire. So, the next morning, she found Yusuf sitting by his window, dipping his pen into ink, lost in writing. "Excuse me," she said gently. "PN, can I ask who you're writing to?" Yusuf looked up, his face calm but distant. To someone who never wrote back, Samia smiled. "That sounds poetic. Is it for a book?" He shook his head. "No, it's a promise I made 25 years ago, to keep writing until the sea forgives me." That line stopped her. "Forgives you?" She sat down. "Can I hear the story?" He then said softly. "If you have the patience for long tides and long silences, yes." Yusuf's voice trembled as he began. "Years ago, I was not the man you see now. I was a fisherman. And I was selfish." He told her how he and his younger brother Amir used to fish together. They were inseparable, until greed changed everything. One year, when the fish were fewer, Yusuf struck a secret deal with a trader from the city, a deal to fish illegally near the coral reefs at night, where catching was forbidden. Amir tried to stop him. "You're breaking the sea's rhythm, Yusuf. Our father said never to take what the sea doesn't offer." But Yusuf didn't listen. He went alone, hungry for profit. That night, a storm hit unexpectedly. Slaf. When morning came, his boat was wrecked, but Yusuf was alive. Amir's boat, which had followed to save him, never returned. They found his net tangled in coral. His body never came back. Yusuf said, eyes glistening, "I had killed my brother, not with a knife, but with greed." From that day, he stopped fishing, stopped smiling, stopped living. He began writing letters, one every day, to the sea, because "I believed," he whispered, "that somewhere beneath those waves, my brother might still be reading." Samia stayed in the village for days, watching him write at dawn, drop letters into bottles, and throw them gently into the sea. She noticed each letter began the same way. "Dear Amir, today I tried to forgive myself, but the sea was too quiet." And every letter ended with, "When you send a wave higher than the others." One night, after a storm, Samia found Yusuf's hut empty, except for one final letter lying on his desk. It read, "Dear Amir, tonight, the sea called my name. If I don't return, it means I finally received your reply." She ran to the shore, where villagers had gathered. There, at the edge of the water, they saw Yusuf's old boat drifting away under the moonlight. He was sitting in it, calm, smiling, as the waves took him farther and farther into the dark. No one ever saw him again. A week later, after the storm cleared, the villagers found hundreds of bottles washed back to shore. Every single one contained Yusuf's letters written over 25 years. Samia gathered them all and began reading aloud. Some spoke of guilt, some of forgiveness, and some of peace. But the last one said, "Dear Amir, I see you in every sunrise now. The sea no longer feels cold. I finally understand. Forgiveness isn't something you wait for. It's something you give yourself." Tears fell as the villagers listened. The man they had called mad had carried a message far deeper than anyone imagined. Samia published Yusuf's story as her final piece, titled The Man Who Wrote to the Sea. It went viral across the country. People from every corner wrote letters of their own to loved ones lost, to dreams forgotten, to guilt unhealed. The village, once silent, became known as the Village of Letters. Every year, on the night of the storm, hundreds gather at the shore to send their letters to the sea. And among them, a stone stands near the water with these words carved: "Forgive yourself before the tide turns." Time may not wait, but the heart still can. The message this story isn't about the sea. It's about us, about the tides of regret that drown us, and the courage it takes to forgive ourselves. Yusuf's lesson was simple. You can't move forward while holding your own anchor. Let go, forgive, and let life carry you to calmer waters. Thank you for watching Deep Dive Diaries, where stories meet the soul. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe. Because every story you support helps us reach more hearts around the world. Until next time, keep diving deep.